as I got now, he ain't got no left. Who ain't got no left?
We've got great news. Your nearest Dollar General just got some upgrades. It's
Lands, impress other people, and survive another
Walaikum
busy day.
salam.
But what happens when the
Walaikum
job
salam,
changes,
Wolf.
the pressure grows, or the rules shift? What happens if your value depends only on one paycheck and one position? Today's message is about a harder and wiser path. Working on yourself before you chase results from your job. This is not a
Many of us struggle with different things. As I said, we all sin different. For those of us struggling with Fajr prayer, do you know how many Fajrs you actually prayed on time this week? Don't tell me you're struggling and you don't know how many you didn't get, because then you're not even struggling, low-key. You're not trying. If you can tell me, Sheikh, I'm struggling, I missed 3 on time. I'm like, you're not struggling, you're growing, bro. You're becoming better. Because the first step to becoming better is the tracking of it. But if you don't even know how many Fajrs you missed this week, tonight is the night that we wake up and say, Al-Hasib is the one that will reckon me. He will bring me to account. So what do I have to do, Mikael? What do I have to do? Hasibu anfusakum. Start your reckoning first. Don't change anything. Here's my thing to you. Whatever the sin you're struggling with, don't change anything. Just track it. Document it. Just document it. Here's what's profound.
How's it going, Wolf?
Track yourself. You'll recognize that the day I read Quran actually.
Alright, leg day today. Leg day, we'll get a couple other things going today as well.
Because you don't have any data on yourself spiritually. الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم إنا نسألك حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Appreciate y'all stopping into the chat, man.
We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the love of the actions that will gain His love. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the love of the people that He loves.
Alright, let's try it. Let's do it.
اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور معرفتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور معرفتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Oh Allah, fill our hearts with the light of knowing who you are. Oh Allah, fill our hearts with the light of knowing who you are. Oh Allah, fill our hearts with the light of knowing who you are. We've been studying the names of Allah because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 names. And whoever learns these names, knows these names, embodies these names, Dakhal al-Jannah. Dakhal al-Jannah, they enter into paradise. Not because they just know an Arabic word, that's not enough. But the reality is that they've lived in this name. This name has impacted who they are as human beings. And that's what we've been learning, that the more I learn about Allah, the more I realize realities about myself. And that's why Imam Ghazali is so well known for this statement. He used to say, Man arafa nafsahu arafa rabbahu. That the one who becomes self-aware also learns about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well, and vice versa. And so we've been studying these names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that just help us understand who our Creator is. Because otherwise we have no way of knowing who Allah is. Except that the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and Allah himself in the Quran
Trying to learn how to do squats right now.
words, so we know who our Creator
And I
is.
think when you're going in reverse,
Many of the sessions, I've intentionally been focusing on these names
so I'm gonna do this.
that possess this beauty of God. The beauty, they say, the Jamal of Allah. But I mentioned in our last session that there's 2 types of names, they say. One type of name is the name that has the Jamal, the beauty
Jonathan, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you, bro.
The best charity is giving water. $100. Give 100 people clean water for 5 years. Right now, humanity is bringing clean water to the places that need it most, in the Gaza.
On this beauty of who God is. But I also mentioned that there's another type of name, which is the Jalal of Allah, which shows us the might of God, the greatness of God, right? They strike awe in our hearts. And these names are so important, and the reason why I focus so much on the names of beauty is because so many of us had a negative image of who God is. So many of us were raised from when we were 7 years old. Why do we pray? So Allah doesn't throw you in hell. That's the only reason. Why? Because God's not angry with you. So all we ever learned was that God's going to be angry with you. God's going to be angry with you. And so intentionally we focus on these names of beauty so that, as I said before, you have to love God before you fear God. You have to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first. That's the first thing, is love Allah. Because when you love someone deeply, you fear upsetting. You fear upsetting. It's like that coach that trained you, and took care of you, and helped you. When they get mad because you fuck them, whole different thing. But if this person didn't invest in me, didn't care for me, it doesn't matter. And so we focus on these names of God that remind us how much we love Allah and how much Allah loves us. But tonight, guys, tonight we got to. And tonight we're going to focus on a name of Allah that I tell you from now, it's not scary, but it's real. It's not scary, it's real. Because the Prophet himself, alayhi salam, was Bashir and Nadir. Meaning he gave glad tidings and he warned. And he warned. Like, be careful of this. And so tonight, inshallah ta'ala, I want to focus on a name of Allah that will require us to think about the akhirah, the hereafter. Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment. The day of judgment is real. And the day of judgment, knowledge of it, awareness of it, has real consequences, impact on how you live your life. And the more a person has awareness of the day of judgment, the more the day of judgment is in your whole life. Schema of thinking, your whole demeanor and everything changes about who you are. And the name I want to focus on tonight is Al-Hasib. Al-Hasib. The name Al-Hasib has 3 core meanings of it. At its core, Hasib is the one that counts. Has accounts of everything. Aware of everything that is done. All of our actions. None of it is absent. Everything we did, everything we looked at, everything we thought about, everything we felt. Al-Hasib is the one that is aware of every single thing that we have done. And not only aware of it, but keeps it stored. That's Al-Hasib. This name is important.
I already looked up YouTube videos already.
Because if we're not aware,
so I already have a simple
reckless in our actions.
exercise that I do for leg day. Even though my knees, they be hurting like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, they be hurting. But right now, it's just lunges, squats, alright, deadlifts, and then we're gonna do calf raises. Alright? That's what we're gonna do. Keep it simple.
When a person knows this name as Hasib, he becomes conscious that whatever I'm doing is preserved by God. Everything I'm doing, I'm aware of that. But it's not just, here's the beautiful part. It's not just the bad thing. You're like, Sheikh, I heard this talk before. Nah, there's another way to look at it. All the beautiful things that you do too, man. All the beautiful things that you've done in your life.
I don't even know what this is
That
gonna
nobody
be.
knows. That you just did for your dad, did for your mom, did for your sister, did for wifey, did for whoever. That nobody saw but you. This hadith says, indeed, a servant will say,
I told you that wasn't gonna work.
This person never even thought of it. You're a father, you walk in the house. You see your daughter's there, and you say, you know, babe, I don't know why y'all call
how many of us, that one word, that one good phrase that somebody says changes us forever?
Can beat cancer and still lose everything. Or you can have a little known policy that puts up to $400,000 in your pocket if you're ever diagnosed with cancer, heart attack, or stroke. Look, I had no idea this even existed until my neighbor told me about it last month. She was diagnosed with breast
Towns,
cancer
welcome
earlier
to the
this
chat.
year, and instead of worrying about
Welcome. If you're new to the stream, go ahead and hit double tap that screen. Alright. Go ahead, double tap that screen. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Be Patient community, alright? Appreciate y'all.
Met you after a while and said, yo, you said this to me one time?
Let's go.
Man, I never forgot. Thank you. You're like, subhanAllah.
Right now, if you just getting in, I'm doing legs right now. I haven't did leg day in so long. My legs are pretty good size for my, for my weight. Cause I walk a lot anyways. So, well, Shimos, welcome to the chat. Hey, let's get 3 more likes. Okay, we got 5 people. Let's get 3 more likes to get 5 likes. Alright, we are on to the second round. I'm gonna give it 20 more seconds and then we'll get into the next round. Alright. So like I said, we're doing leg day. We're doing we'll be doing lunges. We'll be doing deadlifts, and we're doing dumbbell squats as well. I appreciate that, y'all. And then we'll be doing calf raises as well. Alright, the effective calf raises is putting the feet over a little bit, not straight, but over, so that we can get that definition in the calf. Alright? This is really just for gains, you know what I mean? I really don't care too much about the cutness at this point, but I do want to get the gains, get the strength in my legs as well, because I walk a lot. So, and then get my knees intact. Alright, let's get it. We have 5. Let's get 5 more people to like. Double tap that screen if you're new to the stream. And again, subscribe to the Be Patient squad, alright? Be Patient community.
What counts truly in
Let's
life
go.
is that it counts in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So we going again.
So what I'm saying is
Squat, some still technique and strength.
Then at your core,
Alright.
at the center of yourself, you can know one thing.
Listen, man.
It counts in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this, brothers and sisters, is where sincerity stems from. When you realize it doesn't matter if it doesn't count to family. It doesn't matter if it doesn't count to the people around me. What matters at its core is, does the thing that I'm doing count to Allah? And so the hadith continues. وَإِنَّ الْعَبْدَ لَيَتَكَلَّمُ بِكَلِمَةٍ. Indeed, a servant says a word, just a word, one word, مِنْ سَخَطِ اللَّهِ, that upsets God, that makes God angry. He said something to someone that upsets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I said this last week and I want to double down. This doesn't happen in public, it happens in the house. We don't tear random people down. We tear the people closest to us down. We tear our son down. We tear our daughter down. We tear our little brother down. We tear our older sister down. These are the people that we tear. Our daughter-in-law, oh my God. I didn't even brought up daughters-in-law. We tear them down. So listen closely to this hadith.
This is the
Don't
toughest
think about
part.
how you carry yourself outside. No, bro, we all put the mask on. We all put the mask on. Ask, how does this apply to me in my home? وَإِنَّ الْأَبْ لَيَتَكَلَّمُ بِكَلِمَةٍ. Indeed, there's a servant that says one word that angers God. لَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَالٍ. This person doesn't even think about the word. Doesn't even think about the consequences of this word. Doesn't even
think about how this person feels this thing of the word that I said. And then of the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Yahwi biha fi Jahannam. But because of this one word that Allah kept count of, this person falls into the depths of hell because of that one word that they said. Al-Hasib makes us remember that whether it be good or bad, it all counts. In Surah Al-Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. Whoever does an atom's weight of good, and this is the key. When you become aware of the you become aware of the small things and how they affect you. See, Al-Hasib is the one that keeps count of everything. And the one way we can embody this name is we become people that keep count of everything for ourselves. Let me break this down. This is profound. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala an, he used to say something very profound. Umar radiallahu ta'ala an, he used to say, Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu. Take yourself into account. Like, track yourself spiritually. Track your actions. Track your speech. Track all of these things. Be aware of it. Be aware of how you're... I was with someone 2 days ago. I won't say who it is. He was probably in the room. And we had just finished working out, and we were just, alhamdulillah, coming out. And he said, man, alhamdulillah. We were talking about how old we were, right? Right? Like, this age. And he said, alhamdulillah, none of my former self can take my new self out. None of my former self. Y'all don't feel me? None of my former self. When you get to my age, the former self, you look strong.
Let's go. Let's get 5 more likes. 5 more likes, y'all.
Did I take him or not? So what did he say? He said, none of my former self.
Calf raises.
Spiritually, my Quran, my relationship with my family, how I am with my economics, how I am with prayer,
Let's go.
how I am physically. He said, none of my former self can take me today.
It says a lot about you. Right now it's saying order me because I'm half off. Also, I can talk.
My condolences to those who bought this 4K mini projector before because it's now on a massive discount. I've tested basically every...
None of my former self can take me today. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, what does he say? Hasibu anfusakum. Take yourself to account. And this brings me to the other name or meaning of Al-Hasib. Al-Hasib is the one that will bring us on the day of reckoning to take us to account for everything that we did. Everything that you did in your life. Every moment. One hadith says that you will be brought on the day of judgment. There are millions of people there. Millions of people there. Some you know, some you don't know. And the hadith says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call you out by your name. Mikail ibn Mikail. Ibn Lil. And Allah, Rasul said, you will know you're being called. And it's like, as if the seas will part and you will come straight before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Rasul he said that you're standing there right before Allah. All of the creation behind you. And then Rasul he said,
Let's get 5 more likes, man. 5 more likes.
That your life will be played before you moment by moment. Moment by moment. This is Al-Hasib.
Welcome to the stream, Panda.
Taking you to account for
If y'all new to the stream, man, hit that like button. Alright? We're gonna go 10. The goal is to hit the 10 likes, alright? And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, alright? Subscribe to the Bpatient community. We don't only do fitness, we also do Q&A. I give advice. I also tell you my journey to Islam. And yeah, we keep it going. Learning knowledge of Islam and, you know, life itself. Alright? That's what this is about.
Do you remember this when you said this to your brother? Do you remember this day when you said this to your brother? Do you remember this day? Do you remember that? I'm going to stop. stop here before I go forward, because the idea here that Omar is teaching us is that this hisab, this reckoning is coming. But here's the deal. Sheikh, this is scary. What do? It's simple. حاسبوا أنفسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا. You take yourself to account now before you're taken to account. Because the hadith says it will be easy on that day for the people who are constantly checking themselves. The people that were constantly on top of things. And I was listening to a scholar. Look, nowadays, what does it mean to do muhasaba, y'all? Muhasaba is at the end of the day. Before you go to sleep, you already saw the funny memes for the day. Are you done? How goes it? How many memes you want to look at, right? So you put it down, you put it to the side, and you ask yourself, how was today? What was today like? How many times? Yo, we're so addicted to tracking everything. Like we track steps. You go for a umrah, you come back, your phone's like you're not walking as much as you used to. You're like, I already know, bro. Thank you. We track water intake. We track everything. We track sleep. We build trends in our tracking. Like everything about bettering the human being is based on tracking and gathering data on noticing your trends. Spiritually, it's the same exact thing. I have a question, real quick. Anyone that's focused on growth in any field, they learn how to track it. And those who fail in a field is because they don't track. You ever see this dude? Y'all know my algorithm. You ever see this dude on YouTube who sits people down?
Yeah, I'm up.
Financial skills, and he just like cooks them.
You funny,
I
Queen.
don't even know the name of the page or not, right? I just came up. Like
You know me. Only reason why I'm like that is because of my hard work, man. Because of the work I do.
If you don't track how you spend, if you don't track how money is
All right.
coming in, some of us open
20 seconds. 20 seconds, we're going into the third round. We're doing legs. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you new to the stream, go ahead, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 10, all right? 10 likes. I need one more person to hit that like button. Thank you.
And he's like, oh, we're going to lift random numbers, and tomorrow we'll do random numbers, and tomorrow we'll do random numbers. And you're going to grow like that. You're like, bro, I'm out. In every area of life that you want growth in, you track your patterns, and then you adjust to increase in every area. Economics, school, all school is tracking your academic performance.
Alright, let's do it.
School, all school is tracking your academic
Tough, man.
performance.
Ain't easy.
But now we walk around with like a loop.
Alright, let's get these
It's
squats in.
everything. And it tells me how to become better, how to sleep better, do this, do that. Why am I saying this? Because as I talk about this spiritual process of muhasaba, many of us are like, Sheikh, who's going to do all that tracking? I'm like, you already do it. You already do it for what you value. You already do it economically. You already do it in finances. You already do it in school. You already do it in business. You already do it in all these areas of life. If you want to grow, Umar is saying this day of judgment is scary, but it's not scary for everyone. It's not scary for everyone. So let's come back to this hadith. We're standing there on the day of judgment. I want you to put yourself there. I want you to envision this moment. It's not some abstract person on the day of judgment. You're the one there. The hadith says your name has been called and you've been brought to the fore. And this is the moment of reckoning of everything that you did in your life. This hadith says that Allah will bring this person forward. Imagine it's you.
Trying to do it right.
Will cover this person so that it's personal. Just
Ain't easy,
between
man.
this person. So the rest of the creation doesn't see. It's just you. You're there. And then Allah says, do you remember this sin that you didn't stop? Now the person that's been tracking themselves, they know the sin. They know the sin. The person, even they have no idea what's in there. And I was going to ask a question. Many of us struggle with different things. As I said, we all sin different. We all sin different. We all sin different. For those of us struggling with Fajr prayer, do you know how many Fajrs you actually prayed on time this week? Don't tell me you're struggling and you don't know how many you didn't get. Because then you're not even struggling. You're not trying. If you can tell me, Jake, I'm struggling, I missed 3 on time. I'm like, you're not struggling, you're growing, bro. You're becoming better. Because the first step to becoming better is the tracking of it. But if you don't even know how many Fajrs you missed this week, tonight is the night that you wake up and say, Steve is the one that will reckon you. He will bring you to account. So what do I have to do, Mikael? What do I have to do? Have people and do something. Start your reckoning first. Don't change anything. Here's my thing to you. Whatever the sin you're struggling with, don't change anything. Just track it. Document it. Just document it. That's all. And when you really get into tracking, you start to track the extra. Like when you're really good at tracking, you get vitamins, macros. You know, like when you're really into tracking, you don't just track calories that you eat too much egg. You track the good stuff. Because when I'm able to track, I'm able to understand how that affected my body holistically. Here's what's profound. When you start to track yourself, you'll recognize, man, the day I read Quran Extra, emotionally it had this impact on me. But if you don't have tracking in your life, you have no clue. You have no clue. There's nothing to correlate data to. Because you don't have any data on yourself. So what I want is, the Imam, Umar ibn Khattab, what he's saying, he says, "Hasibu anfusakum." Track yourself. Be built an awareness of yourself. The hadith continues that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring this person forward. And he will say to this person, imagine it's you, please. Put yourself there so that this is powerful for our hearts. Do you remember this sin that you were committing? Do you remember that sin that you were committing? And you will say, this person will say, Naam, yes, Allah, Ya Rabbi, I remember this sin. And Allah will by sin, this person could not give up. They were just stuck in this sin. As this person listens to Allah go through these sins, and the Rasul says, this person is thinking to themselves, I'm done, it's over. Allah has listed all of these sins, no one around, just me and Allah. But he's gone through all of these sins. I'm done. Halaka, I'm finished. And then Allah will say to this person, I covered it up in the dunya. I covered it up in the dunya. When you were living, I covered that sin up. I covered it up. And today I forgive it. I covered it up. Nobody knew about that. That was between you and Allah. Allah will say, come close to me. Come close. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, I covered that sin in the dunya and I forgive it today. One narration said,
Let's get 4 more likes. Let's get 4 more likes, y'all. 4 more likes in the chat. We just did 3 sets for leg day. If we get to 10, hey, maybe I'll do another set. Alright. My legs feel like Bambi legs right now. It's my first time in a long time doing leg day. But to be honest, my legs are pretty good size for my, I used to have skinny legs. I could wrap my whole hand and touch my the bottom of my leg. I can't even do that no more. You know what I mean? So it's been good, bro. Been getting my gains in, man. I appreciate y'all coming into the stream. Alright, there's more to come. We'll be reading a couple pages of the Quran, and then I'll be on my merry way. I won't be on too long today, because I want to make sure that I don't get sleepy, fall asleep like I do on the last couple days, But yeah, like I said, I'm coming from work. Sometimes I'm coming from work and I come straight in and trying to work out. And I think I just need to find ways to gain sleep as well when I'm working. So that's the main thing I want to make sure I'm doing. You know what I mean?
So he bumps into Rasul Sallallahu, and Rasul Sallallahu says, "Kayfa asbahta ya Khalid? How are you doing this morning?"
Arctic man, welcome to the stream, man. I don't know if I said hello to you, but welcome to the stream. What country you chatting from? If y'all new to the stream, the channel, what country are y'all chatting from? I will shout all y'all out. You know, I know it comes to 5, then it's 7, then it's 6. People come in and come out. But if you new, go ahead, put in where you from.
A true believer today. Now hold on, yo. Who is he talking to? He's talking to Rasul Sallallahu. Like if you bump into
Arctic man, what country you chatting from?
How you doing this? I'm like, I'm a baller today. He's like, bro, really?
I appreciate that.
You bump into someone who's at the top of that field, and they ask you how you're doing, and you're like, I've reached the pinnacle.
What country you chatting from? Anyone that's new to this stream, what country you chatting from? That way I can shout you out.
The Rasul Sallallahu, he says, Inna li kulli qawl haqiqa.
From Czech, from Z-Sec, I don't know how to say that.
What's the reality of what you're saying?
From Czech, I can't say it right. I don't know if I'm saying it right, brother. I really don't. But shouts out to Arctic from From Czech, I said it.
He explains.
Okay, cool. Shouts out to you, brother. Shouts out to you.
And that's why I said knowing this name, knowing these names of Allah.
Where is that at? If you don't mind me asking, where is that at?
Do you know what he says? He says, "Asbahtu azafat nafsi an dunya." He says, I woke up and myself doesn't love dunya no more. Dunya like this.
Oh, okay.
Transitory stuff.
That's what's up, brother.
That's
That's what's up.
I stayed up at night praying. Like I didn't stay up at
Well,
night
welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Bpatient squad community. I hope that you subscribe because I be on every day. I be on every day. I just need a group of people to come in. I think the earlier I'm on, the more of a crowd I can get in. So this is why I'm trying to make sure I stick in early and leave out around a certain time. Appreciate you, bro. I try.
We're like, bro, who walks around like that? But the reality is when the heart is opened and the heart is enlightened with this reality of the day of judgment, I can only speak of my own.
I'm gonna do these without the
this information was all
dumbbells.
Maybe some of you had that awakening where you finally started talking to your team, and all of it became real to you all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it's like you were living, and you took the pill, so you see everything as it actually is. His brother smiles, he understands what I'm saying. So this man, this reality, you have to trust me. This reality, he says, I can see the throne of Allah coming forward. I can see it coming. And then he says, he's not done. وَكَأَنِّي أَنْظُرُ إِلَى أَهْلِ الْجَنَّةِ يَتَزَاوَرُونَ فِي الْجَنَّةِ. He said, and I can see the people in Jannah going to each other's houses, dapping each other up, beating each other. Yo, what's up, hey?
If you're new to the stream, double tap that screen. We're trying to get the 10 likes. Alright? Try to get the 10 likes. Alright? Appreciate y'all coming in. Afterwards, we'll answer some questions, and we'll also do the Quran. I don't want to be on too long because I have other things I need to do that's important, but I also want to be able to chat with you guys effectively and quick and efficient. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I will be on each and every day. I know usually I'm on all the way till the nighttime when I'm sleeping. But I want to try to cut it down to about an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe even 2 hours and a half if we get somewhere. But I definitely want to make sure that we connect in some type of way. A lot of people, they come on here for a reason of just to conversate, just to connect with people, whether it's with religion or just with life itself. But I appreciate y'all just for coming in and being able to see me, work out and also read the Quran as well. So I want to bring some understanding with that too. So because again, I am a revert. I am a Muslim revert, 2022. Alright? So it's about to be my 4th year as a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, inshallah. And it's been a good journey. And I just want to keep taking y'all on that journey. Whether it's with fitness, it's with other knowledge, it's with mental knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to find ways to gain strength, gain discipline, you know what I'm saying? Be a leader, you know what I'm saying? And be healthy on a physical level, and what we eat as well.
So somehow, after a few days, maybe he asked the chick, I don't know. He said, I got the piece of paper and I looked at it. And I swear.
Lover Sheik, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Welcome. Go ahead and double tap that screen. And if you are new, because it looks like you're new to the stream, welcome. I would love to have you here at the Bpatient community. Alright, the Bpatient, I would say the Bpatient squad. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Bpatient squad, okay? I appreciate you. Anybody that want to join, want to come in and gain, want to be noticed, you want to be heard, this is a place to be, you know what I'm saying? The chat, my chat is welcoming, my mods are welcoming. You can always chat with them here and there, and you can always ask me questions as well. I'm very sincere when it comes down to a lot, to the religion, to life itself, everything. So please just go ahead, hit that like button and hit that subscribe.
Something that reminds you, like, yo, this life is short. Focus on the love. Because Sufyan al-Thawri did not reach his level and just pause. He had a piece of paper in his pocket that every 4 hours or so he would take out and look at and go, man, Sufyan, remember you will stand for a longer day. So my point is this idea of muhasaba of the nafs. Take yourself to account. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawzi, he said, al-mu'min qawwam ala nafsi. The mu'min is watchful of themselves. Watchful. What did I do today? What time did I sleep? What time did I wake up? How much did I eat yesterday? What is spirituality? How much did I remember? If you don't,
Toughest ones.
If you don't actually keep count, your nafs keeps telling you you're good. It's like if you never step on the scale, you're like, yeah, I feel great. And for real, y'all gotta keep it real. If you don't actually get on the scale, if you don't actually check, you're not supposed to hear. So, just for 1 week, monitor your spirituality and monitor your sins. That's what we have to do. Just monitor. It's simple. I didn't say change. Jay, I can't change. The first step to change is recognition of self. You just gotta recognize self to monitor. If you're struggling with Fajr prayer, all I'm asking you to do is monitor the days you missed and the days you got. That's all. So what is the Ibn Qayyim al-Jawzi? He says, al-mu'min qawwam ala nafsi. The mu'min is watching themselves. You hasabu nafsa. They take themselves to account. They trap themselves for the sake of God. وَإِنَّمَا خَفَّفَ الْإِنسَانُ. And this is the beautiful part.
That's one of, to me, the reverse lunges is the most difficult to me. But now that I can get the technique down, I'm making sure that I bend that knee. You know what I'm saying? Because my knees can be a little bit weak. They could get ached. And I want to strengthen my knees as well. So I'm definitely going to look up some exercises to build strength into my knees as well while I work on my leg exercise. Let's see what we're looking like on time. So we'll do like 9 minutes and we'll try to get as many likes as we possibly can. Alright, I'm going to do some more calf raises in a minute, but definitely hit that like button and don't hesitate. If you're new to the stream, new to the channel, again, we are getting close to 700, and I've been on here for almost 3 to 4 months. So shouts out to that. I give myself a pat on the back for doing that consistently. But we are getting close to to 700. So the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we're gonna be adding more content, not just on stream, but shorts and doing regular videos. That goes with morning routines. I also cut my own hair. I do wave videos. I have gray and black hair. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to try to nourish the hair. I want to definitely try to nourish the hair. I see some light spots in here. You know, I'm 35. I'm getting up there in age. So, I want to make sure I cut out on some diets and certain foods. And I give advice a lot. I try to with just, my health. And I want to be able to give that same experience to others, that same, thing that works for me. Sometimes what works for me won't work for you, but then there's other things that could work, that works for me will work for you. So I always never want to withhold information. I want to always give it. That's the point of me being on these streams, so that I can do that, whether it's with my actions or with the words or the information that I have. So, y'all continue to stick around, and I'll definitely be bringing more.
Aisha says, the man just quietly got up. He got up and he went over in the corner. And Aisha says, he began to weep and loud cry. Loud cry? He went up, he got in the corner, and he started crying. Because he's remembering, all of these times that I was harsh with them. I was, harsh with them. So, the Prophet, he called him and he said, haven't you heard the verse of Quran? That we will place the scales of justice on the day of judgment, and nobody shall be wrong. If anyone has an atom's weight of anything, it will be brought. And Allah is the best of all reckoners. The man looked at Rasulullah and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I want you to know that these men, I freed them for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a time of slavery, they worked for him. He said, I freed them for the sake of Allah. I freed them. I don't want them to come on the day of judgment. That my point in bringing this up is when you put the day of judgment in the equation, our whole character changes. And so knowing Al-Hasib changes how you interact with your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife, so on and so forth. It changes everything, because now I'm not looking at it as you did me wrong. I'm looking at it as how will this circumstance change me on the day of judgment.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now every Domino's pizza is half off online. Every single pizza. What? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off, so no.
The big balloon coming out of Camel's mouth, it's called a dulla, and it's one of the miracles of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He built into this creature. But here's what shocked me even more. Allah says in Surah Al-Ghashiyah, أَفَلَا يَنظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Do they not look at the camels, how they were created? Let's actually look. The camel survives 50-degree heat, walking for days without water. Its pump doesn't store water, it stores fat, which becomes energy and water when needed. Its mouth is so tough, it chews thorns like it eats salad. Wide padded feet, natural snowshoes for the desert. And during sandstorms, double.
Now I want to shift gears
Ooh.
as we get closer to Maghrib time. So this name, Al-Hasim, one of the meanings of it is to count everything that we did. And so for that, we have to make sure that everything, good or small, that we're aware of it, we're conscious of it. Whoever does the slightest good thing, they will see it. Whoever does the slightest evil, they will see it. The second is to take to account. And we said what that means is we have to take ourselves to account. The third meaning, and this is probably the most profound one. The third meaning, Al-Hasim, is that He is enough for us. Al-Hasim, Hasb, He is enough for you. وَمَن يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ.
If you're new to the stream, go ahead and double tap that screen. Alright? You're new to the live, you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Alright? Welcome to the Bpatient community.
Is that I know that
Welcome.
Allah is enough for me. If I keep going to the creation, I keep asking more from the creation, they will never satiate. What we're taught through this name is that it is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that will ever be enough for the person. And if we look throughout the seerah, what do we find? We find this man, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, that understood at his core that Allah was enough for everything. What do I mean? We did this narration today. Where the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they went on a journey, a militaristic campaign. And it rained heavy that day. And the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his clothes got wet. They were camping out. Remember, they're on, it's war. So they're camping out. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam finds a tree to sit under, and he hangs up one of his stove. He hangs it up to dry, and he hangs his sword up next to it. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is sleeping, and he wakes up to a mushrik standing over him with his own sword in his hand. He said, the Prophet, imagine, he's laying down asleep. He's sleeping. He wakes up, and when he opens up, the man standing above him is a person from the other side of the battle, and he's holding this sword in his hand. So he looks at Rasulullah, the Prophet is just laying on the ground. And the man says something. Ya Muhammad. He knows who he is. Ya Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Man yamna'uka minni. Who will protect you right now? Who will protect you right now? The hadith says that without stutter, without pause, without thinking, وَمَن يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. The Prophet said, and he says, Allah. That's all he says. Allah. The narrations are interesting because it says that the man began to shake when he heard it. The confidence in the trust of the Prophet. And he drops the sword. As he starts shaking, he drops the sword. The hadith says the Prophet picks up the sword, slowly stands up. And he says, "Man yamna'uka minni ana." Who will protect you from me? The man goes, "Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah." But the idea of Al-Hasim is that have you realized that everything you're creating is not everything, it's only that Allah, nothing in that thing. anyone else, I don't need anything else. But I want to pause here as we get closer to the time of love. This name of Allah can lead some of us to thinking that we don't need people. And I want to talk about it. Because if we look at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we see a man that also depended on people for emotional support to be there for him. When revelation began, and he didn't know how to understand the moment Gabriel came to him, where did he run to? Khadijah. When he was going for Hijrah, did he go by himself? No, he told Abu Bakr, come with me. Every moment, Moses is sent to Pharaoh. What is Moses known? Strength. He's one of the strongest prophets. But what does he say to Allah? Ushtud bihi azri. Wa ashriku fi amri. He says, can my brother come with me? I need some moral support. I need someone to be with me. So what we do today is, we take this love, this understanding of spirituality, and mask our emotional fear to be vulnerable and connected to people. Oh, I don't need anything. I don't need to be close to my wife. I don't need to be close to my children. I just need Allah. No, that is misunderstood. That's false spirituality. Because if we look at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was vulnerable with his love. He opened himself up to all of these people and showed them his love. But he understood that it wasn't truly them, it was his relationship with God that was truly enough for him. And so on the day that he was passing away, did he sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, place me in my room, everyone leave? He said, can I be with Aisha? And he placed his head right there on her chest. And he laid his head down. And she said, I could feel him getting heavy. I could feel him getting heavy. That's what I heard him say. Yeah. Can I raise him to the highest? And she said that's all of me. And I think it's chosen.
Can apply for Apple Card right from the Wallet app on your iPhone. Get started in the Wallet app today. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Even in the transition from the dunya to the akhirah, he needs to apply himself. It's false spirituality to say, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, I don't need it. Now, the Rasul himself wants people to come. And so as we work through becoming better, as we work through building our spirituality, don't let this name of Allah make us feel that we never ever need people, because that's not the Rasul's example. The Rasul's example is, I am close to you, I love you, I am vulnerable with people close to me, but my heart of hearts is always connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah is enough. So this name of Allah, how do we live with this name? We live with this name by number one, never belittling any good, knowing that it all counts in the sight of God. We live with this name by having the day of resurrection, something that is constantly playing in the background. Letting that modulate and change how we interact. And we live with this name by realizing that though we may be trying to go for things, the thing that we really desire more than anything else is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَن يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. The one who only relies on Allah, He will be with. He will be with. So this name of Allah means three things. The one who counts everything with you. Everything else. Big or small. The one who reckons. Are you taking yourself to a point? Are you tracking this event? Are you tracking this? Because that's how we grow. That's how we grow. And are you truly thinking about the day of judgment? And the last thing, the last element is, He is sufficient. Allah is enough. I can get the house, I can get the car, I can get the plan, I can get all these things, but if I don't have Allah, I'm good. So that's the question we have, is how do we realize that Allah is truly our exceed and the giver of sufficient. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to know this name, may He allow us to live with this name, may He allow us to embody
put this on the charger. Oh, appreciate that loyal viewer still here, that loyal guy, that loyal person. Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all coming in. We won't be here long. I won't have you too long. Probably another 30 minutes in, and then I gotta get ready to leave. I gotta get me something to eat. But if you here, man, welcome. Welcome. Appreciate y'all. Be right back. Okay, so we're gonna start reading the Quran. Alright. we'll continue chapter 5, spread table. Of the quarter on. Well, everything's took off, but we're here. I'm going to just go through some of these verses and then just figure out where I was, because a part of me forgets. Part of me has forgot. So we'll go here first. We'll go to the spread table, chapter 5, verse 76. Follow the truth. Say, O prophet, how can you worship besides God those who can neither harm nor benefit you? And God alone is all-hearing, all-knowing. Say, O people of the book, do not go to extremes in your faith beyond the truth, nor follow the vain desires of those who went astray before you. They misled many and strayed from the right way. Alright, that was the spread table, verse 76. So we'll go here. Be moderate. Verse 87. O believers, do not forbid the good things which God has made lawful for you, and do not transgress. Indeed, God does not like transgressors. Eat of the good, lawful things provided to you by God, and be mindful of God in whom you believe. Deep. Simple as that, you guys. Simple as that. Alright, broken oaths. God will not call you to account for your thoughtless oaths, but He will hold you accountable for deliberate oaths. The penalty for a broken oath is to feed 10 poor people from what you normally feed your own family, or to clothe them, or to free a bondsperson. But if none of this is affordable, then you must fast 3 days. This is the penalty for breaking your oaths. So be mindful of your oaths. This is how God makes the things clear to you, so perhaps you will be grateful. I remember reading that before. So, alright, forbidden items. O believers, intoxicants, gambling, idols, and drawing lots for decisions are all evil of Satan's handiwork. So shun them so you may be successful. Satan's plan is to stir up hostility and hatred between you with intoxicants and gambling, and to prevent you from remembering God and praying. Will you not then abstain? Obey God and obey the messenger, and beware. But if you turn away, then know that our messenger duty is only to deliver the message clearly. Right. This is a good one right here. The past is forgiven. There is no blame on those who believe and do good for what they have consumed. Before the prohibition, as long as they fear God, have faith, and do what is good, then they believe and act virtuously. virtuously, then become fully mindful of God and do right and do righteous deeds. For God loves the good doers. Alright? So we'll go, because I remember most of this. I remember this. So we'll do this right here. We'll go here. Verse 97. Pilgrimage symbols. God has made the Kaaba, the sacred house, a sanctuary of well-being for all people. Remember, all people now. For all people. Let me go back where I was. All people. Along with the sacred months, the sacrificial animals, and the offerings decorated with garlands. All this is, you may know, that God knows whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, and that He has perfect knowledge of everything. Know that God is severe in punishment and that He is all forgiving, most merciful. The messenger's duty is only to deliver the message. Alright? The messenger's duty is only to deliver the message. Alright? And God fully knows what you reveal and what you conceal. Alright? Good and evil not equal. Say, O prophet, good and evil are not equal. Through you may be dazzled by the abundance of evil. So be mindful of God, O people of reason, so you may be successful. Alright? And like I said, it's not equal. Not at all. Because again, Allah He made the creation, and He also made the devil. So we got to understand that that's where that comes from, right there. He made the devil too. So it's not God versus the devil. He knew what the devil was going to do. He knew that when he didn't bow down he didn't bow down to Adam, he already knew what was going to happen. Alright? He knew they was going to be betrayed. Alright, unnecessary questions. O believers, do not ask about any matter which, if made clear to you, may disturb you. But if you inquire about what is being revealed in the Quran, it will be made clear to you. God has forgiven what was done in the past, and God is all forgiving, most forbearing. Some people before you asked such questions, then denied their answers. So, there you have it right there. Okay, so this is what we want to talk about. Okay, so camels dictated to idols. God has never ordained the so-called Bahira and Saiba, Wasila, and Ham camels. But the disbelievers just fabricate lies about God, and most of them lack understanding. When it is said to them, come to God's revelations and to the messenger, They replied, what we found our forefathers practicing is good enough for us. Would they still do so even if their forefathers had absolutely no knowledge or guidance? That's a good question. Alright? Would you? If you know he didn't have any knowledge, he just blindly faith. He just got blind faith. That's all. So he just tell you, worship Jesus. And Jesus is the messenger. Jesus is only sending the message. So why would we want to worship him? Oh, because the forefathers, right? But the forefathers may not even know. They may not have the knowledge. So this is what we got to understand. Okay? There's no guidance in that. There's no guidance in blind faith. All right. Here we go. Everyone accountable for themselves. All right. Accountability is in the Quran. Everyone accountable for themselves. Verse 105. O believers, you are accountable only for yourselves. It will not harm you if someone chooses to deviate. Chooses to deviate. Alright? I'll say it again. It will not harm you if someone chooses to deviate, as long as you are rightly guided. To God you will all return, and he will inform you of what you used to do. Alright? So I remember all of this. So we're going to read this one because this seems like this is more important right here. Alright, verifying bequest. O believers, when death approaches any of you, call upon two just Muslim men to witness as you make a bequest. Otherwise, two non-Muslims if you are afflicted with death while on a journey. If you doubt their testimony, keep them after prayer and let them testify under oath, saying, by God, we would never sell our testimony for any even in favor of a close relative, nor withhold the testimony of God. Otherwise, we would surely be sinful. If they are found guilty of false testimony, let the deceased two closest here affected by the bequest replace the witness and testify under oath, saying, by God, our testimony is truer than theirs. We have not transgressed, otherwise we would surely be wrongdoers. In this way, it is more likely that witnesses will give true testimony, or else fear that their oaths could be refuted, but by those should call me back. Alright, this is going to be the last verse, and then I'm going to just chug it up because we only got one person on here. Alright, So like I said, be mindful of God and obey. For God does not guide the rebellious people. Alright? God asking the messengers. Consider the day God will gather the messengers and say, what response did you receive? They will reply, we have no knowledge compared to you. You alone are indeed the knower of all unseen. Alright, so we'll read this one. God's favors upon Jesus. And on Judgment Day, God will say, O Jesus, Son of Mary, remember my favor upon you and your mother, how I supported you with the Holy Spirit. So you spoke to people in your infancy and adulthood, how I taught you writing, wisdom, the Torah, and the gospel, how you molded a bird from clay by my will, y'all, and breathed into it, and it became a real bird by my will, how you healed the blind and the lepers by my will, how you brought the dead to life by my will, how I prevented the children of Israel from harming you when you came to them with clear proofs, and the disbelievers among them said, this is nothing but pure magic, and how I inspired the disciples, believe in me and my messenger. They declare, we believe and bear witness that we fully submit to God. All right. Okay, so we'll go into a miracle of the table. Remember, when the disciples asked, "O Jesus, Son of Mary, will your Lord be willing to send down to us a table spread with food from heaven?" Jesus answered, "Fear God if you are truly believers." They said, "We only wish to eat from it to reassure our hearts, to verify you are indeed truthful to us, and to become its witnesses." Jesus, Son of Mary, prayed, "O God, our Lord, send us from heaven a table spread with food as a feast for us, the first and the last of us, and as a sign from you, provide for us. You are indeed the best provider." God answered, "I am sending it down to you. But however among you denies afterwards will be subjected to a torment I have never inflicted on any one of my creation." So when y'all talk about, when the Christians talk about the crucifixion, the crucifixion, that never happened. I appreciate that, CM Gonzalez. I hope that you can hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, my guy. I'm going to read this last bit of verses, and then we'll be into chapter 6, the cattle. I will be reading that either tonight or tomorrow, okay? So I hope that I can get y'all to stay tuned. Okay, here we are. Jesus denying claim to divinity. And on Judgment Day, God will say, "O Jesus, son of Mary, did you ever ask the people to worship you and your mother as gods besides God?" He will answer, "Glory be to you. How could I ever say what I had no right to say? If I had said such a thing, you will have certainly known it. You know what is hidden within me, but I do not know what is within you. Indeed, you alone are the knower of all unseen. I never told them anything except what you ordered me to say. Worship God, my Lord and your Lord. And was I was witness over them as long as I remained among them. But when you took me, you were the witness over them. And you are a witness over all things. If you punish them, they belong to you after all. But if you forgive them, you are surely the Almighty, all-wise. God will declare this in the day when only the faithful will benefit from their faithfulness. Theirs are gardens under which rivers flow to stay there forever and ever. God is pleased with them and they are pleased with him. That is the ultimate triumph. To God alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth and everything within. And he is the most compatible of everything. Not Jesus, but God himself. Alright? And that's my words at the end. Alright. So yeah, so we had ended off from there and I just had to finish it off. But I do remember these verses because I would go through and I would pull those verses right out. So now we're on chapter 6. I do want to go from top to bottom. I want to go from the front to the back of the Quran and read throughout my streams. I will be once a week, and every weekend that I'm off, I'll probably be maybe like a half a session with one of my Muslim brothers. We'll be talking and he'll be teaching me a little bit more about the Quran in the Arabic stance, in the original language, and just reading the Quran and being able to understand it, being able to teach it to others as well. So that's definitely what I want to be able to do, because that's what we live for when we're listening to the Quran, when we're Muslims. We trying to learn, not just learn how to be good Muslims, but also just learn to gain more knowledge in Islam, and give the dawah, because if we don't share the knowledge, then what's the point of having it? It's useless if we don't use it. So that's what I wanted to do. I am going to be heading out, so I got to get some dinner, and I'm going to vibe out If y'all want to stay tuned, I might be on a little later because I am off the rest of these next 2 days this weekend. So it is just one person in here, so I can't expect that another person gonna pop up. But yeah, I will be back on, inshallah. Hopefully I'm back on. But yeah, I just got through reading chapter, what was that? Chapter 5, the spread table. So moving forward, now I'm going to be on chapter 6, all right? The cattle, all right? So I will see y'all soon. I appreciate y'all coming on, and peace and blessings. We are about to be back on soon, all right? Peace and blessings, y'all.